All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, what's up, universe? What is up?
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Media Hijack.
Man, this week felt like it was long as fuck, man.
Dude, last week felt long.
Like, I think it was 2 days ago, and I was thinking about the podcast, and I was like, did we skip a week? It felt like, for some reason, it felt like it was almost 2 weeks. For some reason.
1 week felt really long.
Why
it was really stretched out.
I wonder why was that.
I think time it stopped for a little bit, then they had to readjust.
Just get everything organized and boom.
Yeah, because it's getting closer to like the election. That's why they had to stop the earth and then try to put all the puzzles together. Like, okay,
for the next phase. For the next phase.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Crazy.
Let's do it.
All right, so the main topic for today, we're going to be talking about the Book of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
The Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Yes. Like, I was thinking about H.P. Lovecraft, but like we said, like he based his Necronomicon possibly off of the OG Egyptian.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For
that was actually a good fucking. That podcast is pretty solid. Took a shower while listening to it. I was like, this was pretty interesting. Papayas? All right. So this is good.
I hope you like write all the notes down.
Yeah. Then I watched a nice quick little video on YouTube today about where it's based off of.
Cool.
So really
All right. So before we get started with that, we're gonna do the little stories.
Let's do it.
Well, I want to tell you like a mushroom story though.
Let's do it.
So this guy, he took 15 grams of shrooms.
Goddamn.
Which is a huge amount. Like if you're trying to trip out and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like a regular trip is 3 grams. This guy, he took 15 grams.
He really wanted to leave Earth.
Like, it's not crazy because he grows his own mushroom, so he's been testing it for years now. So he's like, fuck it, let's see how far I can go. So he took 15 grams, right? Mm. He went to the restroom, looked in the mirror. He saw a skeleton, right? Mm. Like a skeleton body. Yeah. Not his body, but a different skeleton.
Okay.
And he opened up the mirror, right? And he looked inside the mirror. You know what he saw?
What?
He saw some guy sitting in a chair on a computer, like typing. Almost like he saw like a programmer.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, shit.
He saw like a computer programmer, and then he looked. It's like he got caught like off guard because he looked up. It's like, hey, it's like close the door. It's like close the fucking door. He's not ready. And the skeleton's like, oh shit, my bad. He was like, oh my bad. You're not supposed to see this yet. And that tripped his mind. He was like, what the fuck did I just saw?
He peeked behind the curtains, man.
Yeah, because he saw like somebody normal like us, like on the computer. It's like, oh shit, close it. It's not ready.
They close it.
Yo, that was a crazy ass.
Hell yeah, man.
I was like, damn. So
damn.
Because it's not ready because it's not dead yet.
He peeked into the other side, man. He's like, whoa, he jumping ahead.
It's like he ate too much.
He skipped to the end of the story.
He ate too much.
He didn't even finish the book. He went right to the end of it. Damn.
He got a little peek and like, the back door, like, hey.
Somebody left the back door
stop.
unlocked.
You're not supposed to see this. Like, it's like embarrassing, like when you see how the movie's made.
It's like getting caught with your pants down or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, stop.
And I'm thinking the skeleton guy was like, what's that shit that takes dead bodies? What they call them?
A morgue?
No.
Oh, Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper. Just the Grim Reaper doing his job.
I was thinking about a skeleton in a science classroom. So I don't know why, man.
I'm thinking like the Grim. He saw the Grim Reaper, and then the Grim Reaper's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to take the guy because he's vibrating like dead people."
Oh.
Right. So then he showed him like the programmer.
He's about to go hunting. He's like, "Oh wait, shit, he's a little early."
Yeah. When I heard that story, I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. I'll never take 15 grams."
For real? No.
Fuck that.
Oh shit, that's good.
You got any stories?
Yes, I got a short story of a priest was arrested for having a threesome at a church.
A priest
having
a threesome in the church
doing the Lord's work. Yeah, this is out in like Louisiana. Like a priest was like he was like a racist, but basically arrested, right? He was like filming himself like smashing these two dominatrix women at the altar, and
real priest.
Like a real legit priest. He was like a Catholic priest. His name was Reverend Travis Clark. It was busted by a passerby who was pretty much fucking nosy. They was driving past the church and was like, the lights on this late. What's going on? And he like snuck up in there and he saw him like getting on like at the altar. Just like turn it up at the altar with two other women. And he brought his cell phone and recorded it and caught him. And then they went and arrested the priest though. Which I was like, is that illegal for him? Like, was he doing something illegal? Like, is having sex in the church illegal? I don't know. Because I was like, why is he getting locked up for? I don't know. This is
I think like I think they didn't know what to do. They're like, man, what are we supposed to do?
Unless
like,
they was,
just arrest him.
Oh, you know what? I can see why they locked him up.
It's still like public, right? You're still because you're in public.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah,
the church is not like your own home.
It's like a public place. Yeah, that's probably why. And somebody witnessed it, so you probably got it for like indecent exposure.
That's like having sex in a park.
Yeah,
same thing.
Yeah. Okay,
public park.
Yes. So okay, we got that straight. Because at first I was like, what the fuck? Just trying, have his fun, man. Like,
but then they saw like the priest like, wait, hold on. Why you doing that?
Man, come on, man. How about you just join in, man? Don't be no snitch. The Lord don't like snitches, right? Hey, man. But yeah, it says
they did it all for the
nookie. the unidentified witness saw the half-naked priest having sex with two women. They dressed up like in corsets and shit, and like high heels. And,
they played like the role and shit.
Yeah, and it was like the altar was also adorned with strange lighting. So I guess he's doing some EDM shit with some lights or something. I don't know. Maybe some of the lights were like red beaming down on him.
It's like, this is what they paid for. They might as well use it,
And it says they found like several sex toys and a cell phone mounted on a tripod that was recording the act.
Damn.
Yeah, and the dude called the police and called the police on this Holy Trinity, and then fucking cops came and locked them all up. Damn, can't even have fun no more.
You should have had sex at home or something.
I mean, but it's kind of like one of the things like,
or a hotel or something.
But some people like, hey, be like super risky. We have sex on top of this teacher's desk or something, or in an airplane.
I think the reason why he did it in the church is because it's more exciting.
It makes a good story.
Yeah. Well, not just a story. It's like it's for himself. It's like this is like the worst thing you can do is being a priest having sex in the church.
Mm-hmm. I don't even believe in that space wizard anyway. So
yeah, the next step after that, what he's gonna start doing?
What?
But he's arrested now. The
Children.
next step after that is kids.
I knew it was going in this direction. I felt it
in the church.
Because then we talked about before, I think with like Ron Jeremy, how he's got like a shit ton of rape charges on him, and it's like if you have sex regular all the time, it gets boring, and then eventually it's gonna get more and more extreme. Mm-hmm. Now, like you said, like if he's gonna be doing them dominatrix chicks, he's like, damn, these grown women as dominatrix like was pretty cool. Now I want to try like a 14-year-old dominatrix, like trying to like.
Dude, can we get kicked off? We can get kicked off for talking this on Twitch,
crazy.
Right?
I don't know.
Fuck. Okay, we'll get off this topic.
Okay,
I just thought about that. I was like, dude, we're getting kind of nasty.
Yeah.
We're getting a little perverted here.
But on some real shit, yeah. So you want getting locked up, yeah. So you got locked up for obscenity charges because there's a view in the public. So yep.
Take that, priest.
There you go.
Who the hell does he think he is, dude?
A servant of God. Apparently.
He's faking the funk, man. Get that shit out of here. Stop playing like the good guy.
He got bills to pay like anybody else.
Just be a bad guy.
For real.
Just be a bad guy. No one's going to say shit.
I respect you more if you're just a bad guy.
If you're like a normal guy doing that, like, fuck.
For real. Yeah, if you normal people, this is like...
Collecting all that money from the people.
To have sex and
be a normal guy. And you could do that in the church and get caught. Won't say shit.
For real.
But you a priest, man. You about to get...
You're supposed to be held up to a higher standard, my guy.
Jesus Cristo.
2020, y'all.
Take that.
2020, y'all. This is it.
All right, let's get to some other news.
All right.
So former Senator Harry Reid claims that UFOs made the U.S. nukes unlaunchable. You heard about that?
Hell no. This is new to me.
It's like official. It's coming out from his mouth. Like he went into the Pentagon, all the documents about the UFO, all the secrets, and then he said, like, the UFOs came down and they made all the nukes like unlaunchable. Like if they tried to launch a nuke now, it would not work for some reason. Yeah, he's saying some aliens or something. It's like whoever the hell it is, our shit doesn't work. If you wanted us to launch it, it's not gonna work.
It's just gonna like sputter.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
Damn. They trying to save the world or some shit? Or?
Yeah. It's not because if you go deeper into the UFO stories, like a long time ago, they're saying that the UFOs, they're saying like once we like launch like a nuke, right? It doesn't just harm our planet; it harms like other dimensions. It affects other dimensions.
I don't be surprised. She's like,
So they're fucking up everything. So the aliens like, hey, you guys gotta fucking chill the fuck out, and then they made all of them unlaunchable. All over the world, in Russia, whoever got nukes, they can't launch it.
It's like everybody has a gun, but there's no bullets in it, and
it's all duds.
And they don't know it. They don't know. It's like they got blanks.
They're sitting on a whole bunch of nukes. It's like a whole bunch of duds.
Just chilling, collecting.
Crazy, right?
Collecting dust. Hey, fuck it. Because I think like having nukes is a pretty good deterrent to keep wars at a minimum, but it's a risk that you're gonna kill everybody on the planet too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, you have these nukes that everybody thinks everybody has, and that can launch anywhere, but none of that shit works. So it's like, yo, we safe.
Yeah, everybody wins. Talking about it for a long time now. It's because the nuclear launch officers, they've been saying it for decades. They're saying, dude, our nukes are not launchable. And Senator Harry Reid, he just confirms that whatever they said back then is true, which is crazy, right?
Sitting on a bunch of junk. That's all we sitting on. That's good, man, because they got like an atomic bomb that's like sitting off the coast of I think it's off the coast of Georgia, but I think maybe like more towards like Tybee Island or something. This is like way back, like I think it might be like in the 50s or something, maybe 40s or 50s. It was like a plane that was carrying a nuke. The plane was about to crash or whatever. See, like every time you load a nuke onto a plane, right? You have to take out this mechanism. I can't remember what it's called, but this mechanism that basically like arms the nuke and sets it off to blow it off. So if the plane crashes, the thing is not like the nuke won't go off or anything like that because that mechanism is not inside. But apparently there was a time where a plane was flying carrying a nuke, like a nuke right off the coast of Georgia, and they thought they was going to crash, and so they never removed the mechanism that was inside the nuke, so they just dropped it from the plane, and it just landed like right off the coast of Georgia,
like bloop,
and it's still sitting there. They can't find that shit.
Damn.
So maybe that's lucky that the aliens stopped that shit because that shit's kind of weird. Like a nuke right off the coast of a state. What if the shit just went off one day? Like a starfish just bumps into it and it's like boom, and we fucked. Like
that's cool, right?
I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to Yosemite. I'm gonna go chill there.
Damn.
With the super volcano.
Hell yeah, aliens.
Thanks.
You take that.
They're the real angels. Space angels.
They watching. They're not gonna let us get too far as like destruction wise. So we'll never see anything like destructive like that ever happen.
God, I hope not. Please, let's be legit.
But you know how there's still like bad guys on the earth and shit. They're like, fuck, we can't blow nobody up. What's the next thing you're gonna do? Biological warfare.
Oh,
like, dude,
Corona.
Take us to another level, like where they can't fuck with us.
Now how they gonna stop a pandemic? I mean, nukes is easy to stop. A pandemic. Yo,
can't have that many aliens out here trying to stop that
hell
shit.
No, man. They got families too. They gotta go home too.
Fuck, too much evil, man.
That's why we gotta look out for each other, people.
That's why,
maybe that's the aliens. That's the aliens teaching right there.
Don't make new friends.
Just stick with what you got.
Just never know.
Stick with what you got. My circle is like this big.
Yeah, it's just the people that you know, like from middle school. That's it.
That's it.
Or like high school too. Yeah. High school too.
That's what I was like. Whoa.
Yeah, high school. Yeah.
I was like, you and me.
That's like the cutoff.
The cutoff's high school.
Anybody like you met maybe 5 years ago? Nope. They can't be in your bunk.
Damn, I'm in a lot of
your bunker.
What about say 10
fuck
years
those
ago?
people.
Let them all just chill outside.
Yeah, they're gonna be knocking, dude. Fuck those guys. 5 years ago.
What about 10?
5 years ago, friends.
What about 10?
No, yeah. 10 is like high school. Was it?
It's like almost 15 years now, dude.
Okay, 10 years ago. Yeah, you can keep. They can come in. 10 years ago. Yeah. Okay, cool.
We go with that. 10 years max.
Yeah. Yep. So anybody you met like within the last 5 years?
Sorry, guys.
They can't come in.
Sorry.
You're aliens.
Got wait in line like everybody else.
The circle's closed.
Sorry, we can't let no more guests in this club.
Sorry, no new friends. But yeah, there's actually a documentary. It's called The Phenomenon. It just came out. You can watch it on Hulu, Apple. No, not Hulu. You can watch it on Apple TV, Prime, Vudu.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta rent it though. You gotta buy it or something.
Damn it.
But I heard it was good. There's surround sound. Make sure you turn your surround sound on.
For real, man. It's just...
Yeah. But on there, Senator Harry Reid, he talks about all the fucking UFO documents that he can verify for himself.
Yeah.
All that shit's real.
Hey.
I mean, if you don't believe it now, you guys are just... Fuck.
I give up.
Like, get out. Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Get out of here. Right, you got anything?
Oh yeah, so what was it? Oh, I'm gonna bring this up last week on the show, but it was about with Howard Stern. Mm-hmm. Did you hear about his shit?
No, what do you do?
So apparently, like, there's been rumors that's been going around recently that Sirius XM, that shit, like, with Sirius XM, which is what he's been on for like the fucking longest.
That's satellite radio.
Yeah. They offered him up a new contract to where this is what the rumor was. They were saying like reportedly that he would be his new contract is gonna be like $120 million a year contract.
How much was he making before?
I'm not even sure, but it could have been 120 damn mil.
That's a lot of money.
Because I think it's okay. Actually, they got the answer right here. It says Stern's previous 5-year contract actually paid him between $80 million to $100 million a year. So now he's getting a $120 million boost. Which he's saying like this is not true, that the contract, he hasn't seen no contract, no nothing. But there's others like Bloomberg reported, like the Bloomberg came out, like Bloomberg, the news company and all that, reported saying like, hey, there was a contract out. And he might be like, maybe it's on the truth that he didn't see a contract, or maybe he's trying to keep it like, shh, like, hey, this is like, I can't say anything until the overlords of Sirius XM say it's cool. And so apparently he's supposed to be getting this $120 million a year contract, which I used to like fuck with Howard Stern way back in the day, especially when he was like on E and all that. When he went to Sirius XM, I really didn't listen to him like that no more, because it's kind of like when he went there, like, I don't know, I know his show got canceled E at one point, but after that, when he went to Sirius XM, I didn't really listen to him like that unless either if I stumbled across something on YouTube every now and again. But
yeah, see, that's the thing. Like with the Sirius XM, like you'll only get it like a free sample. Like when you buy a car,
6 months I think.
They give you like whatever Sirius XM radio, but nobody really has that shit. So, like for him to be on that platform is already, to me, that boggles my mind.
I know my dad has. I think older generation people have Sirius XM, but it's like
it's not a lot of people.
But it's not a lot though, because the only person I know is my dad has Sirius XM, and then
that's because you have to pay for that shit.
Yeah, that's just not. It used to be expensive when it first came out, and then I'm not sure.
What's up, Katie Long? We see you.
Katie, what's up?
We talking about dead books later.
But yeah. Seriously, I didn't really like. I was like, they make that much money to.
Yes, that shit is. Nobody listens to that shit. So for Howard Stern to still be on that platform is weird. Unless you should just go ahead and get a contract with fucking Spotify or something. And be there with Joe Rogan.
But then again, I'm like, well, like,
gotta explode his damn audience.
But I think Joe Rogan's kind of got us on lock, because I think Howard Stern, like, I think he might be for like Generation Xers and shit like that. He probably won't really fit well with millennials, where Joe Rogan's got that millennium on tap. Like, he got us, our generation, but I think Howard Stern just has like older viewer listenership, I would assume. Yeah. So I don't know if Spotify would work for him. But
if Howard Stern goes straight to Spotify, his shit will blow up just as much as Joe Rogan.
It would make him a lot
maybe even bigger, because everybody's like, oh, holy shit, Howard Stern's on Spotify.
The king of shock jock.
That shit would blow up Spotify.
He's the godfather of like shock jock radio, where shit was like
he'll be like
extreme,
right there next to Joe Rogan easily. I would probably top him big time.
I would. I mean, I would definitely go to Spotify. But hey, I mean, because this is what they offer me. This is what XM's offer me. What you gonna do?
That satellite radio? Nope. That's for aliens, dude. We can't afford that shit.
Hell no. Why would I? We can. I gotta pay shit for Spotify.
All this audio is supposed to be free.
Yeah.
We don't charge nobody.
Hell no. If you want to listen, then listen.
Like, these guys talking shit, but it's free. All right, what else you got?
Okay, then I got another story where, a plot against Gretchen Whitmer shows dangers of like private militias. I don't know if you heard about this. This is like I think she's a senator, if I'm not mistaken. She's a senator out there in Michigan.
She got kidnapped, right?
Yeah, they was plotting to kidnap her. Like this, which is kind of fucked up, because if you hear the whole story, that it's like it's kind of messed up, because the FBI wound up busting them for it. But it's like it was almost like a you call it like it's almost like entrapment because the FBI sent an informant there and talked to like-minded people like them and started this group of militia. So the informant was like going on like, hey, like, you know, fuck that senator bitch. Like, I want her assassinated. Don't you agree? Join my group. And the guy was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll join it. So he was recruiting people to join this group to assassinate this senator, but he was working for the FBI. So I'm like, that's kind of like entrapment. It's like, you know, like, I mean, I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're coercing these people to go along with a terrorist act, but from the FBI. The FBI created this whole situation.
So what, they canceled the kidnap?
So they like,
or she got away.
Oh, she got away. She was fine or whatever like that. But I guess the plan was going to be like.
So they attempted it.
It was like they set the plans before it can get going on. But I guess like.
Oh, so it never happened.
It never happened because like the informant guy who started all this shit.
Fun.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was gonna be. The plan was like they was gonna go to a house, kidnap her, and I guess it might have been a bridge nearby or whatever. They was gonna put explosives on the bridge. So if the cops came, they would set off the detonation charge and just blow that bridge up. Fuck. If cops was going there. That's not even the crazy part.
Season 3,
Prison Break
that's
or some
season
shit.
3. They're doing bombs on the bridge.
But the crazy thing is, too, that's not even the craziest part. The plan was that they was gonna take her out of Michigan and drive her out to Wisconsin, where they was gonna do like a fake trial.
Fuck.
And they was gonna make her guilty no matter what.
Damn.
And then they was gonna execute her.
I since 4 seasons.
Dude, season 4.
That's a 4-season documentary, dude.
13. It was 13 dudes involved in it.
Damn.
They got him.
Yo, Netflix.
Yo, hey, it's for real.
Get your best writers.
Netflix, I know you ain't got shit right now.
Get your best writers. This is real life.
Yeah, man. That shit was wild as fuck. And it's crazy, too, because early this year.
Katie says, plot to kidnap. It wasn't executed. Bombs on bridges is not a new thing. Mm-hmm. Most of our bridges have explosive on them to collapse ports from invasions. I didn't know that.
And collapse the bridge and shit. So, like, I think that's probably.
So it's already like, it's already equipped with bombs, like just in case for invasions. So it's already.
I didn't know if they had bombs on it. I thought that's new. Like some bridges could be like collapsible. I think there's like some old school shit. Like if an invading country comes in, just drop a bridge in.
What I saw on the internet.
But I'm not saying. Katie. I'm not saying Katie's wrong.
I just read.
I'm not saying Katie. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just never heard the explosion part. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's true because you think a lot of these bridges like take you to like.
It has to collapse somehow, right?
Because
somebody has to do something.
It says, yep, Commando Island Bridge is one. Never heard of that.
Conrado Island.
Conrado, okay.
Conrado Island Bridge.
Can't see from here.
We have a chat right here.
Yeah, Chris. But I was looking up ahead at the main computer.
I was like, dude, what kind of, you got that 30x zoom contact?
I fell asleep in them last night, so they're kind of foggy.
You got that damn long zoom contacts on or something.
Coronado is a naval port in California. Naval post in California. Okay.
They got the bridges with bombs equipped on them.
Makes sense, though. Fucking stop people from crossing that shit.
That's what I would do in a game.
Hey, just blow that shit up.
And life is a game. So we got
it's all a simulation.
We got to put all the bombs on all the bridges.
Yeah. Blow all this shit
What's
up.
That one famous bridge?
Golden Gate?
Yeah, fucking light that shit up.
Blow that shit up.
Imagine. That shit is already equipped with like so much dynamite.
What if that shit's doing goes off?
Do people know that? Like if it is equipped with dynamite, with the people in San Francisco say, hey, we know there's a bunch of dynamite on here.
Who would go look? I'm not looking for no damn bomb.
That's a famous spot for people to die, though.
Yes. Yes, I've heard. I knew a guy that used to be not Coast Guard. No. Not like I don't know what they call him, but he patrols those waters near
port
bridges.
Watcher?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
But
that sounds right.
But they be going out there fishing out bodies from the water. But like he says, like the shit he's seen is like he'll see like if somebody jumped off the bridge and they landed feet first. Ooh. When you pull their body out, it's like their legs got pushed all the way to their chest because the impact. He told me some wild stories of people just jumping.
That's like a cartoon.
He says that shit's worse than hitting concrete.
Damn.
Yeah. You think water's all soft and cuddly? No, that shit's fucking horrible.
Imagine your foot in your throat.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Imagine kicking down. Imagine your feet going through your asshole.
Yeah, what
too much?
It says,
you can't pull on limbs because they fall off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Katie Long said, and they
science?
swell up. I fished out one.
That's science?
Yeah, guys, San Diego. Damn. So you've seen it too then? Damn.
That's crazy.
Wild as shit. I have a fear of heights, so I'm not going out like that. So
People that kill themselves, man. They trying to.
what? I'm waiting for you to say something fucking
They're
crazy.
cheating, man. They're cheating. They're not supposed to get there that fast. Dude, just take drugs or something.
Relax.
Fucking take a mushroom. Eat a handful of mushrooms. You'll be okay.
Rethink your whole life.
You'll be okay. Guaranteed, man.
Temporary problems.
Speaking of mushrooms, okay, let's jump on the next topic. Okay, so American biochemist known for pioneering the work of CRISPR gene editing. Everybody knows CRISPR, right?
CRISPR.
They even have a documentary now on Netflix. It's called Human Nature. Watch it. CRISPR is fucking powerful.
CRISPR is like some legit shit, man. The future.
Yeah, her name is Jennifer Doudna. Crazy lady. And the only reason I'm talking about her now is because she had she talks about her dream, right? She says in this dream, she has the dream like a couple times, like several times. And in the dream, like her colleague's like, hey, I want you to meet somebody. It's like in a dark room. And she's like, okay. And then, somebody, it was like a silhouette of a guy sitting in a chair, right? The dude, he turns around to look at her. You know who it is?
Right.
Adolf Hitler.
What the fuck?
And then Adolf is like, I want you to tell me how CRISPR works. And that's when she wakes up and she's like, what the fuck have I done?
The fuck did he want to do?
Dude, imagine. Because remember, like, the Nazis, like, they were experimenting with, like, a remote viewing and everything.
Yeah, they did a lot of that shit.
Damn, imagine he viewed this shit all the way to the future.
And he's trying to get it from back.
And now he's trying to get information from her.
But he's like in the 30s or 40s and shit.
Yeah, this is just a long time ago. And dude, imagine she tells him how CRISPR works and everything.
Then takes it
he
back.
modify all the DNA for us, dude.
Takes that information back to 1930.
If they knew how to use like CRISPR back then, dude, I can't imagine.
Man, we're gonna wake up tomorrow.
Our world's already changed.
We're gonna wake up tomorrow in concentration camps, man. It'll be blonde hair and blue-eyed babies just walking everywhere, looking like Captain America.
Yeah, it's gonna be people that's gonna perfect human beings that can't get sick, dude.
What do you say? The golden ratio, like the perfect, like the perfect length. Shit.
There would be fucking gods walking among us right now with the perfect gene, dude.
All looking like Captain
America. You can't get AIDS. You could fuck every monkey. You'll not get nothing. Crazy, right? And you can't. They have like this. There's like a DNA in your body, right? Well, I guess a DNA where if you use CRISPR on you, right, you could take that shit out and you won't feel no pain.
Oh, it cuts off all your nervous system.
Yeah. It's like you won't feel no more pain. Like if somebody was stabbed you, can't feel shit.
That'd be kind of cool, but dangerous too. Because what if you like
making like a crazy soldier, dude?
But what if you like cooking one day, you're making food, and you spill like grease on you, and you don't feel it, and you're like,
it's for soldiers, so they'll never talk.
Yeah. You ever seen that movie Upgrade? Like this dude gets like this stem thing implanted in the back of his neck and everything like that. This AI system can like make him fight and all this other shit. But there's a part in the movie where he knows he's about to get stabbed, and he's like, the AI's like cutting off pain receptors. So when he gets stabbed, he's like, I don't feel shit. And it's like, oh, it just made him to like this perfect killing machine. Man.
Real life.
Hey.
He saw everything in the movie is real life.
Hey.
Okay, he says that's a super soldier project they're working on in Europe.
I believe it, man.
Damn, Katie. Who are you?
Are you with them? You know lots. Now, they've been trying to be the super soldier project since like...
Yeah, this is like...
Fucking forever, man. Even back during slavery, they was trying shit like that.
It's like, just now like in the public now, because now we know about CRISPR technology and how advanced all that shit is, making the perfect baby. Making people like, if you can't walk, if you're paralyzed, they could, just go in your DNA, change some shit. You start doing backflips.
Oh, yeah. Because, man.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, that's why when,
if you can't afford it, you can be the club.
Hey.
In the club.
If you got that.
Got that CRISPR bread.
Hey. That shit. It's for the 1%ers, man. Ain't shit ain't for us.
But when she told, like, that dream, she saw Hitler in the dream, I was like, fuck. That's when you made something that's no bueno.
Yeah.
That's some world-changing shit. They even gave her, I told you they gave her the Nobel Prize.
This lady?
Yeah, in chemistry.
While she was working on CRISPR and shit?
She was awarded 2020 this year.
Was she like
yeah, they gave her the Nobel Peace Prize.
I think I know you're talking about. But did she do like a conference one time talking about CRISPR?
Yeah.
I think I know you're talking about now. I think I've seen that lady.
She's like a spitting image of fucking Hitler, dude. I just made that up.
I can't remember what she looks like, but I do remember seeing her. I remember seeing like not like really a TED talk, but it was almost like like a TED talk.
That's
shit.
what it looks like. Yeah.
That's what I saw her.
Yeah, Jennifer Doudna.
Goddamn lady. Going back.
Look at her last name, DNA. Her last name is spelled Dudna. What are the odds? Fucking. I just saw that.
It's written on the wall, man.
Did anybody catch that? Like when they're fucking making the documentary, like, hey, your last name has DNA in it. Fuck.
Damn, what are the odds, man? For real,
Fucking
that is
universe.
It's written in the walls, man. The writings on the wall. Goddamn.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing. You can't make that up either.
You can't. DNA.
DNA, man. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, but the documentary's on Netflix. It's called Human Nature. Watch it. Watch that shit.
I like that CRISPR shit, man. Cause I always like I kind of like genetic shit and all that, and where people come from. All that shit's kind of interests me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Katie says, so wait, let me get this straight. So the theory here is that Hitler is a time traveler. I think they were dabbling in time travel. I don't know if he was able to do it successfully. Mm-hmm. Maybe he did. Maybe, who knows?
Well, it couldn't have been successful
because if he did like get that knowledge of the CRISPR shit, it would be different now.
No, unless it hasn't happened yet.
Fuck.
Yeah, wake up. Wake up tomorrow in concentration camps.
LeBron James does exist.
Yeah. For now.
He's supposedly like a perfect specimen. Shit.
We're gonna find out.
You gotta look at a whole bunch of perfect people who you think is like perfect and shit.
Yeah, it's like
you just gotta watch them.
It's like breeding with cattle and stuff like that. You just want to get that specific animal, like even with humans, like back during slavery times. Like me, since I'm like a skinny short dude, I would not be like the type of one that we use for breeding to get bigger, stronger slaves.
Yeah, they wouldn't take your DNA.
You got to get the big dude and whatever. Then
yeah,
because more than likely
the big muscles.
The all glistening and sweat and shit in that hot ass sun picking cotton. You want those motherfuckers to breed. You don't want my little ass. You don't want me. I would be a failed.
But they would mix it, like creating like the perfect animal. Like you know how they create like dogs just for hunting. Like they have hunting breeds.
Mixing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're like short, stubby, right? But they're strong and they have like the hunting abilities.
Yeah, it's great, like the perfect fucking killing machine.
Fuck.
They doing that shit with humans. They've been doing it for like the longest.
They've been cloning us so long, dude. And then we exist. We're like fucking.
Hey,
could barely jump.
Right?
Fuck.
I'm a failed experiment.
But that's like us making excuses.
Yes, for all our failures. I blame it on them.
Try to fucking blame it on their projects. All right, moving on. That's cool though, right?
Yeah, it's dope, dude. I like that shit. I like time travel, man. That shit's trippy. What did Katie says? Well, here's the thought. Katie Long says, well, here's the thought. If many people have no fear, can Hitler control them? I have no fear. Can Hitler control them? I mean, yeah. I mean, Hitler. I ain't scared of no damn
Who is he,
Hitler.
like Freddy Krueger?
I ain't scared of no Hitler. He look like a short dude anyways. I just shove him down some steps or something.
We shouldn't even be talking about this dude. We might bring his spirit.
Oh, shit. I'm like, man, look, if you're going to be in this house, Hitler, at least pay the rent, man. Fuck.
Shit.
This is,
it's like talking about like fucking Freddy Krueger.
This is, Katie Long says, if you look back in World War II, people did things out of fear. But if there's no fear, yeah, then, I see what you're saying. If there's no fear, then will people really, because fear is like a way to get like a fight or flight type shit. Like how willing you to fight for your life if fear is built up in you, right? But if you have no fear, how are you gonna fight? Like, cause fear is a good factor for like gauging on, man, like I'm about to fucking die. I don't want to die, and then you'll fight for your fucking life. But if you ain't got no fear, You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, I don't know. I mean,
See, here's the thing, like with CRISPR, like if they have the technology nailed down, it's almost like you can become like immortal.
Yeah. Once they
Right?
try, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, 'cause I know right now they've been trying to study like
Hitler is walking around like a fucking like an immortal, man. Like what the Egyptians were trying to do a long time ago.
he working at Costco's during the daytime. No?
No, he in
Welcome
the
to Costco.
he in
How
the
can I help
company,
you?
dude. Imagine like it's like remember me from your dream, right? It's like fuck. It's like I came to you in your dream to find out how CRISPR works, and then he mastered that shit. Him and his German buddies, they mastered it, right? And then they're like, I can't wait till so and so date so I can come and talk to her. And then he shows up at her door like, it's me.
It's me, Hitler.
Remember, I was sitting in a chair.
Sixial.
That was real. I was really in your dream.
Is it was it a dream or was it real?
And that's when she was like, what have I done?
Fuck, I thought I was tripping.
What have I done? I thought it was a dream. I gave him like all the secrets how to work CRISPR and shit.
Like I thought I took too many shrooms. Fuck.
That's why the world is ending.
Yeah, that's it.
2020.
Thanks, Jennifer DNA. Fuck.
Damn it. She fucking brought Hitler to life. Actually, Hitler never died. Damn it. The fake.
He went to Argentina, man.
Because remember, like they were talking about like Hitler had a bunch of clones and shit
Don't be surprised.
running around. Damn, they killed like the wrong one 10 times.
Every time.
And the real one's like immortal, walking amongst us.
Just putting his body, like, transfer his consciousness.
Writing books and shit. Writing books about immortality. Damn,
Yeah,
he must be
out
bored.
He's in the body of, like,
A TikToker.
I was about to say Jeff Bezos, but yeah, TikTok.
He's a TikToker right now.
He's doing, like, Fortnite dances and shit on TikTok.
He is Fortnite.
He created Fortnite.
Damn it.
Oh, God.
What else we got?
That's all I got for small news.
This is crazy for us not drinking, right?
This feels...
Almost like we're on.
I feel good, though.
It's a good podcast.
I'm feeling good right now, though. Just on water, man. I was drinking last night, too, so...
Sober October.
Yeah, I feel tight.
Half of October.
Half of
Because
October.
we did drink last week.
We did. And I drank last night and the day before that. I was just fucking around these past couple days. I had Monday. I had yesterday off
Yeah.
for Columbus Day.
Katie says, you guys should turn off autofocus. See, I did do that, but then we never got in focus. I was like, fuck it. Just leave autofocus on. Because when I was testing it, like, we were out of focus forever when I took it off.
It's just horrible.
So then it says, yeah, roll with people with power. People want to roll with people with power.
Hell yeah, man.
You want to take a little break real quick? Because we still got to run commercials in real life.
Yeah. I got you.
All right, we be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're going to jump into the main topic now, which is the Book of the Dead.
All right. Let's do it.
You want to start? I want to know everything about this Book of the Dead that you speak of.
All right. I'm going to go over...
Where did it come from?
Let's start with the origin of it. Well, so apparently, like, this Book of the Dead is supposed to be like a... say like Egyptians. Let's start with the Egyptians, right? Egyptians believe like that this phase of our life that we live in, or this plane of existence that we're on, is just temporary. Everything after that is permanent, like just endless. It's gonna be forever.
No, I don't like that.
And
Where'd they get this?
and basically, like this is basically like it's kind of like think of it as like this. This planet and this plane of existence that we live on is like a Greyhound or MARTA bus station. We just here temporarily. We're not gonna be at the bus station forever, but we're getting ready to take a trip on a bus to go somewhere to a location, like kind of like that. This is like think of it like this is like a pit stop. So
You know what I think? Like our life here is like party town. It's like for us to do. It's for us to live your life, really.
Yeah.
It's like we're here visiting, you know, because we're just in a body. Like, hey, do everything on Earth people, like do whatever Earth people do. But then you got to go back home.
to the motherland.
Like, you know, don't take life too serious. Don't get stuck in that whatever we're stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, but things happen, and then don't let it be like this is the thing that like my mother taught me too. And like I used to get stressed the fuck out over like certain situations that was out of my control, and my mother used to always tell me like, look, like you can't change what happened. The only thing you do is like you gotta think about what's your next move gonna be. You can't dwell on what the fuck is making you upset. Like you gotta worry about what's your next next plan, next move.
That's already in the past.
Because you can't change what's already happened. You just gotta move forward.
Only Hitler can do that.
Yeah, because he out here, man.
Only Hitler can change the past. Everybody knows that.
Only he can do that.
So, hey, don't speak of him.
Okay, so then it's like this. So the story is supposed to be like this. Is basically like this papyrus manuscript, right? It's like this big ass scroll that's like 65 to 70 feet long or whatever. But there's different books of the dead and all that. But main one is called like the Papyrus of Ani, which is a story of this guy who.
So it's from Egypt.
Egypt, yes.
The Book of the Dead is from Egypt.
Yeah, that's the OG book, and it basically is supposed to be like a guide on. Because like in order for you to get to afterlife, you have to go through a lot of trials and shit like that. The Book of the Dead is supposed to be like this guide that's gonna help you, hey, like know right from wrong, or just basically guide you all the way down to you.
It's like a cheat code,
basically.
Yeah.
And so with the Papyrus of Ani,
this is why this book, why they're saying it's like the most dangerous book ever written, because it's almost like you getting like a cheat code on how it's supposedly to live your life, and then you live like the perfect life. You get, you don't kill, you don't do whatever, like you do everything perfectly because you already know all the answers. Like when you die, you already know what to say to God. It's like you get the password and everything. God like, oh cool, get in here, So if it's real, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous book.
Yeah, because if that's like
you'll be letting like people like Hitler in there.
It's like, oh, I got the cheap, I got all the answers to the
God's
test.
like, hey, he know all the codes. He know all the right answers. Like, get in here, Hitler. And then you just let Hitler like in the sacred place
because he followed all the rules. Like he just
Hitler's like, I'm here, and then he sees Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh shit!
It's like, fuck, you read the book too?
He's eating a steak. He's eating like a man steak.
Yeah, Book of the Dead is wild.
Yeah, man. And so like the story with the scroll of the papyrus of Ani. So it's like the story goes like this: Ani winds up going to this afterlife or whatever, but they prep his body up for 2 months to get ready for this journey. So he's already dead and everything like that, right? They remove all his internal organs and they put him in jars and stuff. But they leave his heart in there because I guess like that's like because like I think when you get to the end of your journey, when you go into the underworld, your heart is gonna be what that's like your last test. They're gonna test your heart. So you have to leave the heart in the body.
They weigh the heart.
Yeah. So like they wind up this is like a 2 months process for them to get the body together. Like
here's a fun fact about the heart though.
What's that?
Like the heart is like, it's just a muscle, so it doesn't ever decay. So you can leave it in the body and your heart won't decay.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Look at this little science class right here.
Like I knew that like 2 hours ago.
You was waiting to bust that open.
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
But continue.
And so they basically like wrapped up Ani's body up in like some type of cloth or whatever. And inside of the cloth they were etching like spells and secrets and codes and stuff for him to utilize.
It's like spells. That's what they're embalming. Like, that's the word.
Embalming,
they're wrapping it with spells and shit for like the afterlife.
So when he gets there, he be like, "Oh, I'm gonna use a spell to like get past this one demon or whatever creature he comes across."
The god that judges that, which is
Anubis.
Yeah,
right?
Katie knows. Yeah, Anubis is the one that.
There you go.
That weighs your heart with a feather from an ostrich.
There you go.
And if your heart is like super heavy, guess what? They're gonna let like the other. It's like this lion, that's part lion, part crocodile, part hippopotamus. They're gonna devour your heart.
Yeah.
And then where your soul go, I don't know. Maybe you get sent back to Earth as a cockroach or something.
You're like done. I know that. That's like that's like obliterate your soul.
And you're like no, shit. And then you look up. How Hitler get in there? How the fuck Hitler get in there?
This is a very Hitler-centric episode right here.
That motherfucker, he figured it out, dude.
Like, fuck, he cheated.
He figured out the fucking cheat code.
Hey, man.
Because the Book of the Dead, there's like so many, right? Supposedly. But not all the books have like all the spells in it. There's not one book with all this. Because there's like over 200 spells.
God damn. A lot of cheat codes.
Katie says the Pyramid was a good movie. Depicted Anubis.
Just FYI.
I think the Pyramid. Here's another thing about like Egyptians, dude. Because I was listening to a Coast to Coast the other night, and this guy, he was describing his NDE, his near-death experience. This guy actually died like 5 times.
Holy shit!
And he has a story for every time he died. It's like, dude, like, are you cheating too? You're dying so you can see what's on the other side. You keep coming back.
He keeps restarting the level all over again.
Yeah. Okay, so when it's like in the 70s, right? When he was 19.
Okay.
He died. He says like he was looking at his body like from above. He saw his body like on like a stone slab. He's like, what the fuck am I laying on? Like, who are these people? Like looking at my body and shit. And then he went back into his body and then he woke up in the hospital, right? So then later he was like sitting on the couch watching Discovery Channel and shit. And he was watching like when they're like uncovering like Egypt and the tombs and shit. He was watching. He was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, that's the slab I was on when I was dead. So, dude.
So he was around back then?
No, I guess. No, I'm guessing like Egypt has a lot to do with where we came from.
Like reincarnation and shit like that, maybe?
Yeah. Because you know, like when you trip out, like when people talk about stories about tripping out, they always see like ancient, like how you say it? Hieroglyphs?
Oh,
hieroglyphs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they see like those ancient scriptures and stuff like in Egypt all the time when you trip out. Like you'll look at the ground, you see like fucking ancient Egypt shit. So I think Egypt has something to do with where we all came from.
Yeah, man. They got the closest connection to it, I guess.
Fuck, we're Egypt people.
Yeah, we all Egypt people deep down inside.
Cool, man. Like they could be like the people that's like
the people
above us. They're not even people.
And then they're just shit.
Fuck. And we can't get along down here.
Hell no. They're like, what we doing?
Like just because the color is different, it's like, hey man, you guys should be fighting about something else, not that. You guys better stop. Because when you die, it's like, hey,
this is it.
Like, hey, all right, let's weigh your heart. What the fuck you been doing?
Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
heaven's gonna be kind of, the party's not gonna be lit because only Hitler's up there. Like, fuck, man.
He's like,
Hitler's getting old. Those jokes is like,
they're looking down like, man, like you pushed away into your entire family over politics. What the fuck? Like, was it worth it? Look at this, your heart's heavy as shit.
They're like, damn, heaven's so hard to get in.
Right? Dude, it was like an exclusive club, man.
Like 10 people. Like one of them is like Hitler.
Who the fuck wants to go there? Then this club is whack. I'm going. Where's hell? Send me to hell. Fuck. This party's weak, man. I don't even know.
Nobody knows how to get there because everybody's fighting and
everybody's
having sex in the church.
For real, like,
people stealing and having threesomes in the church. Crazy, man.
We all going to hell, man.
Like we're fighting over nothing. It's like that's why heaven is empty because people don't know how to get their shit straight.
Yo, hell gonna be lit though.
Everybody, this is hell. We're walking on hell right now. Damn it.
Oh,
reality check.
You just got deep with that one. Like, this is hell.
We're looking at right now, man. Damn.
Gotta pay rent and shit.
It burns a little bit.
It was hot outside today, though.
Dude.
Hey, that shit was like a laser beam.
When I opened a door for Chris, that fucking sun was burning the shit out of my face. I
felt it on the back of my neck. I was like, this shit is like boiling my neck, man.
Like, fuck, it's like a palm in my face. Of
hot ass palm.
It's like I was like a vampire. I was like, damn. Stop it, God.
Yeah, it was hot today. I thought it was supposed to rain today, man. What the fuck? I'm glad it didn't, though.
Tell the sun to stop.
All right, so what the fuck?
Book of the Dead. Yeah,
okay, so continue. Book of the Dead. All right, so with the papyrus of Ani, right? So after they wrap his ass up and everything like that, right?
The papyrus is like that's the paper that they wrote all the spells on, right?
Yeah, it's like a scroll. That's just another name for a fucking scroll. That's all it is.
Yeah, just say scroll because
scroll. Papyrus.
When you say papyrus is confusing.
All right, so they
wrote,
and these scrolls will be big as shit too, man. Like 65 to 70 feet long of like.
Bunch of cheat codes. Fucking Game Genie cheat codes.
I'm about to say like San Andreas cheat codes. Like fucking everybody who was a kid back then, you had it written down, man. Just
fucking all Egyptians, the man. Like, and then like you look like at like a normal ceremony for like a a funeral.
Yeah.
You just throw the body in a casket. That's it.
That's it.
But then like back then, shit, they were wrapping these motherfuckers up in cheat codes.
Yo, like we gonna get you through this.
I was like, damn, they know something.
And I guess
They know something.
And I guess like to get like these type of burials too, depending on how much money you could get for it.
You have to be rich.
You gotta be rich to get this nice shit. If you broke, you're like,
If you broke, you get like a
fucking ditch or
a
something.
fucking broke man code.
That
Like,
broke.
It's like the random code when God is like, oh, this is random code. Oh, you're going back to hell.
Oh shit! Sorry.
You're not even supposed to get this far.
Yeah.
Damn.
We can't afford the cheat codes. Sorry.
So you think Jeff Bezos, when he die, his casket's gonna be wrapped with so much cheat codes, dude? His casket's gonna be like
Gold.
the size of Idaho.
A golden casket wrapped in cheat codes.
Damn. Jeff Bezos like, oh, I'm coming back.
Because I can afford this. I can afford anything this lifetime and the next one.
Dude, it's gonna be wrapped in
he's
so
set.
much cloth. Like, what they doing with his body?
I'm robbing his grave.
He knows. He's been reading the Book of the Dead.
I saw him today. You saw him like he had like these gloves on, but he's messing like with some robot arms. I saw wild ass like.
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know, man. It's because like somebody on YouTube was complaining about like he could save America with $20 million if he could, whatever the fuck ever.
Shut the hell up.
Like save homelessness, I guess he was saying.
Let's watch him do his hands.
But I was like, okay, whatever. But it was pretty dope though. He had like these gloves on, and it was like these giant robot hands and like fucking long ass hands. He would move the glove. He was shaking people's hands, but the robot hand was like.
Oh shit!
And I was like, here we go, man. Like this is it. The robot's learning
Elon
right now.
Musk just left the chat.
He is
was
out of
watching.
here. It was cool, man. He was like, because like Jeff Bezos was like, oh shit, and the robot arms doing the same thing as him.
Wow.
Shaking hands, picking up shit. It was dope. Giving a thumbs up. Like the robot thing was doing it all, man.
I'm pretty sure like once you get like that rich like that, they come to you. They tell you all the cheat codes of life.
Once you get to this,
Yeah, like once you get like that, you know.
maybe that's why some people try to
That's like,
communicate with
hey, that's when they take them to the side, like, hey, you know, this afterlife shit, it's real. And dude, if you want to continue like this, we got some cheat codes.
It's not too late. It's not too late. What is Katie Long says? They also killed all their servants. I didn't know they killed their servants. Now I thought that's
So
crazy.
they can take them into the afterlife, right? So they can still serve them.
Yeah, be slaves with them. It's fucked up.
Damn.
This is with their servants and their family with their
fucked up.
masters. Now I did know about that. I didn't know they killed them though. I thought it was like even when their servants eventually died, they would get buried with I don't know that pharaoh or some shit because, like you said, they still gonna serve them in afterlife. So
It's like you know that Chinese emperor,
which one?
like the one where like at his grave, right? It's like it's like 1,000 armies like buried with him, but it's like sculptures of them. Like
they might wake up one day or some shit.
Not like wake up one day, but they come with him like in his next life.
Because I did see
He
they're like
still have his arm.
they're like regular size like statues, right?
Yeah.
I see that.
And
shit.
what's crazy about it, it's like the statues is all different faces. It's not the same. It's not like they molded one. So every statue looks different.
Like there's actually like each an individual person or some shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that before. But I thought it was like some kind of weird things. Like one day when he returns, like they'll like fucking fight with him or some shit or some shit.
That's the idea.
That's what I thought it was.
They know what's happening. They're probably fighting God at that time. God's like, hey man, who the hell brought all these people?
Damn.
God is like fighting all these Chinese people.
Man, humanity has lost touch with the other side, man. We so
God's like, hey, chill with this shit.
Hey,
He had to fight like Egyptian.
Hey,
Then he had to fight like a damn a Chinese kingdom and shit.
man, this sounds like Zelda, man.
It's like they're trying to like conquer like the next dimension.
I mean,
Cause I don't think like there's like one God that's like, hey, I'm above everybody.
nah, man,
It can't be like that. Is it? You look up, is it?
Hello, no, because like
Hitler like it's not.
I think every guy like has his time of like popularity as time goes on. Because I'm pretty sure like in 1,000 years, I mean I don't see anybody rocking JC shirts anymore. Like what would Jesus do? Whatever. It'd probably be a different God by then in 1,000 years.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know.
Because it's always changing. This is always fucking changing.
It's like in the different realms, right? Like you can see somebody like all they do is murder people and all they do is like bad shit. But in that realm, it's not considered like good or evil. That's just like what they do. You know?
There's no right or wrong type shit.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like
just life.
Who's the judge of this? It's like that. It's weird. Like if you get like deep like that, if you think about it in another dimension,
Yeah.
who the hell is gonna say, "Hey, that's bad to do that"? But that's what he.
That's just what they always. That's what they
That's
know.
what he doing. He doing him.
He doing him, man. Shit.
That's crazy. It's on this earth is one where we judge them like that. Like, oh, you got to go to jail, buddy. You can't kill that much people and still be walking. But in that dimension, it's like, shit.
Just another day in the
We
neighborhood.
can't do nothing about it.
It's life.
That's crazy, though.
So,
That's why Hitler could be chilling with Steve Jobs.
but right now,
Yeah.
hey, probably. Like, while we sitting here, you're probably right.
With fucking that priest that was having
Banging
sex
chick
with,
with
because he's probably dead right now, and
They got him.
they probably killed him in jail.
So who do you think you are having sex with these women on this altar?
All right, Book of the Dead.
All right, so with the scroll of Ani, right? So like I was saying, so they wrap them up in shit, and then they get them the cheat codes and all that shit that's like sewn in or whatever. And I think in the story too, they gave him like a doll, like it's like a doll they put with him with Ani while he's like at his burial. So every item they give them, every day they give him, is gonna serve a purpose at some point in time when he travels to the afterlife or the underworld. So they give him like a little doll or some shit too, which is gonna help him out later on in his journey. And then they place like a scarab over his heart.
What is that?
It's like a scarab. It's like a beetle, whatever. It's like a beetle, but it's not a real beetle though. It's like more like it's like a charm or some shit. They place it over his heart, and basically it's gonna be used to when he eventually comes across
The judgment, the guy that
the
judges him.
Osiris, and I think a couple other like.
I mean, they are gods.
yeah, because I know like he has to use
My
it
bad
for.
if I said guy. My bad.
It's a guy.
My bad. The gods.
The gods. And so that scarab is supposed to protect him for when he eventually reaches a point going into the underworld. He's gonna come across all these I guess they're like lesser gods or whatever, but like he has to go through like 3 floors of like lesser gods.
Damn, they
And
really got the cheat code.
And they have to they answer him questions. They're gonna eventually, like when he gets there, they're gonna ask him questions of like, okay, basically he calls out every god's name when he comes across them. He says, and he'll tell them the truth about something like I've never eavesdropped anybody's conversation before. And they're like, okay, we believe you're telling the truth. Move on. And then you can move on to the next floor. He'll say like, I've never polluted in the Nile River before. And they're like, okay, cool, da da da. And he'll say something else like, basically like he's saying like the 3 things I'm telling you that I've never done before. Like I've always been good. I've done these good things, and they can't say he's lying because he's actually telling the truth. But as the story
So
goes,
when he passed the test, then what happened?
so the scarab thing right there, because they like he has it over his heart because they can see inside of his heart, right? That scarab protects of it because he actually does not tell a full truth out of those 3 times.
Oh, it's like a shield.
Yes, so they can't really look into his heart. Now he says like
Like a damn man. The god's like,
dude,
hey,
yo, they own it.
it's like a code, you know, like a computer code.
Invincibility cheat code,
It's like the anti-virus.
infinite health.
Wow, he had like it's like having a VPN.
There you go. Exactly.
Dude, this dude, he was dying with VPN.
VPN, the OG VPN. This is
Guy was like, I don't know about this VPN shit. You know, all I know is like his normal website tracking history, but he was doing bad shit with the VPN on.
but you can't see it.
So he was like doing crazy shit.
You can't see it. Yeah,
But that scarab.
protected it. Yes,
That's the VPN.
that's it.
Motherfucker. They're so ahead of their
I
time.
didn't even think of that too. T just said that, but that's actually legit
damn
shit.
it.
So one of the things that he lied about out of the 3 things he told him, they weren't really horrible lies, but one of them was like he has eavesdropped on people before. That's when his neighbors got into an argument one night and he overheard them and he was listening. But he lied about that, but the scarab protected it, so they couldn't see in his heart. Mm-hmm. Another one was where he did pollute the Nile River one time.
Took a shit.
Damn near, but he was washing his feet.
Diarrhea.
But he's washing his feet in the Nile River one time.
I would have lit that shit up.
And so he wasn't telling the full honest truth. So, but that scarab protected his heart, and that's when he moved on to the next phase when he reaches.
So sneaky.
He has to fight like all these creatures. Like one creature, it's called He Who Dances in Blood. That's one of the creatures he has to fight throughout the journey too. He has to fight like a shit ton of monsters on to get to the underworld. Osiris is like
Who knows all this? Like they
Dude.
must have died. Like, hey, I'm
guess
back and I got a story to tell you.
I guess I only think I can think it's probably like maybe hieroglyphics and shit. Like
That's the only way. Like
that's kind of hard to read too. I mean, I don't think everybody really knows.
they got all that knowledge from tripping out, dude. Guaranteed, they're on like the ultimate psychedelic trip. That's where they got all these they talk to God. They're like, God is like, hey, this is how it is when you die.
This is how we used to do.
Yeah, damn, man.
Yeah, so like he fights all these damn creatures. The craziest one to me was like he who dances in blood, which is like looks fucking crazy. And then that's when he gets to the end, where he gets to Osiris, who's like the last boss, and that's when you got to weigh the heart and stuff. And then if your heart like it's not as light or whatever, you're good to go. See you on the other side. And then when he gets to the other side, and of course like if you fail it, you get like fucking devoured, of course, like we talked about by that hippopotamus leopard.
I think we're all
shit.
getting devoured.
Yeah, everybody, ain't nobody making this shit.
To miss it when we die, like, fuck, this is real.
Whoa.
We gotta do a test. I was not ready for this.
I didn't study. Hell yeah. So if you succeed.
No VPN at all.
Hell no, man. We broke. Man, at least I'm broke. I'm not going to have no. Man,
God's going to look right through us. Like, damn it.
My cheat code going to be written in my hand. But by the time I get to it, it's going to be smeared in shit.
By the time you go like this, strike.
Cut the hand right off.
You get in a cockroach body so fast.
And so once you get to the end, right?
That's fucked up.
So you get to the end and you wind up going to this afterlife, right? And it's like they say it's like a field just like full of like wheat grass and all this other stuff. And after that, on this plane of existence, all your relatives from fucking forever exist on the same plane as you. And this little doll that's there with you.
Would they just be memories though?
I mean, unless like
they're not really there.
Unless, man, I don't know.
Let's say it's just the memory of you having of them. Like,
well, I always thought of it like
grandma. Well, grandma's like not really there. She's just a code.
It's all in your head. It could be a possibility. They did that shit upgrade, man. He thought he was dreaming about his girlfriend one time.
The programmer behind us, like,
shit.
Hold on.
Control Alt Delete.
Hold on. One of them is.
We're getting too close.
One of them ate something. These motherfuckers.
Like, oh shit, what's wrong with this fucking code? It's going. So that little doll I said he had before, right? Mm-hmm. That's when the doll is supposed to like assist him in that part. And it's kind of like in Black Panther when he takes like the heart-shaped herb and he goes to not the heart-shaped herb, but he basically travels to like the Panther God boss. He travels to the afterlife to see his father and all his ancestors who like in Panther form. Think that's kind of like how it is like for Egyptians, the same way. You just go to this plane of existence where you come across all your ancestors and all that shit, and I think you like build a house there and shit with a doll. It was like some wild shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how like Egypt, right? Like that whole era, they're mostly preparing for the afterlife.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like
a whole time, because the pyramids, right? It's like one big ass place for like burying bodies, right?
Yeah.
It's like their whole existence
is built out of death. Yeah,
is to like prepare for death, pretty much. That's like.
And that's what I was saying before. Like I was like,
is that crazy? The whole civilization.
That's what I was saying. Like this Earth that we live on, this is like I said, it's like a bus stop for us. This is just like, all right, guys, we gotta get ready for our trip. Because it seemed like a lot of their focus is like, man, this is only temporary, but we getting ready for like the real party. Like,
they weren't even.
They weren't worrying about this.
They weren't at the club. There was no club. They're like, guys, we already know what's on the other side. Let's do our best. Let's try to get there, guys. Let's get this pyramid going. Because the only thing we're focused on is the afterlife.
Yeah, this shit ain't forever.
And if you die, you already know.
So basically, like, they spend their entire life pre-gaming for the real party.
Yeah. They were pre-gaming for the fucking afterlife. For their real whole life.
Hey.
They weren't even chilling. They're like, fuck it. You guys are designed to die.
Like, that's all it is.
Now us, like, we're so clueless and shit. Like, hey, we're just gonna party or whatever.
Oh no,
you know nothing.
Like, oh no, gas is $190. Fuck.
Oh no, we gotta pay our bills.
I do hate that shit.
Meanwhile, in Egypt, fuck.
Then like it's like I wonder if it's like if they have a
we
bad.
have to fight somebody up there when we're dead.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too. That's gotta be like in some kind of way. That's gotta be like a pretty positive way to live, especially if you live in this world. It's like, okay, this is temporary. This ain't gonna last forever. If you think on that same mindset. Wouldn't like having bad days? Would bad days come as often to you? Like, would you be like having bad moods and shit like that? Like, or if shit happened in life, you'd be like, man, all this shit's just temporary. Like, I'm not really sweating it because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if your outlook on life would be vastly different if you just thought like, shit's temporary. Yeah, I got a flat tire, but I'm not gonna get mad. It's temporary. This shit ain't gonna last forever. Like, like a more of a positive mindset.
I think it'll help you like get over shit a whole lot easier, move on, and then just. build your life.
Yeah. Worry about the next phase, like to the next part, man. I know in the game Death Stranding, that was like a huge like I don't know if the word I'm looking for is like motif or some shit, but it was like a huge part of the game where they always like Hideo Kojima created like when he did Death Stranding, he put like a lot of like Egyptian mythology within the game.
Fuck, he knows too.
Cause like the main character in the game, the dude Norman Reedus, is like from motherfucking Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Daryl. In that game, you play a character who's like technically immortal, and every time you die, you end up at the beach, which is basically basically limbo.
Oh, that's brilliant. The brilliant minds like that. Like you wonder, like how did they think of something like this?
Yeah.
And then like you mentioned how he put like Egyptian shit in there. Like he knows, he studied all this shit. I'm pretty sure he knows about the Book of the Dead. He knows, and I guarantee you he done psychedelics like crazy.
There's even a part, even like the main villain of the game, he kind of wears like a poncho, right? But the inside lining of the poncho is like in like it's like he's got scriptures like written on his face.
Damn.
And the inside coloring of his cloak is like it's like black and gold, almost like Egyptian. Oh yeah, so he wears like
spells.
Yes,
that's what it is. A bunch of spells.
And that's why he's like, he's like one of the main villains. But Norman Reedus guy's like, he's able to die because in the game technically, I haven't died in a game yet per se, and I've been playing this game for like over 100 hours. I've not died. I've been careful as shit. But apparently, when you die in the game, right, you have to find your body in afterlife before these creatures from these shadows eat your body. If you get to your body before they get to it, then you can start back where you left off at.
Fuck.
If not,
imagine you have to explain that game to like the gods when you die in real life.
They're like
who they asked you like, hey, all the moves that you made in that game, why did you do it?
I did good shit. I saved a lot of people in that game.
Oh, like so people can die and stuff.
Fuck yeah. Thing is though, it's a complex game, but
I want to play it, but then
man, you would hate the fuck out this game. I thought about
walking simulator.
I thought about you when I was playing. I was like, man, I love this. Like, but man, I was like,
the only reason why I didn't play it, I saw somebody play it and they went through the menu.
It's so much shit.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's so much, dude.
Like the menu was it looked like you're in a damn library looking for a damn book. I'm like, nope, I can't do it.
When I first went through it, I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like, I don't know. Because the game doesn't really tell you shit sometimes. I had to get on YouTube like, how do I do this? Because this game ain't telling me shit. And them YouTube videos were like, yeah,
maybe
this game.
Because that's just how life is. Because, life, we don't really know shit either.
You don't know nothing, man.
Fuck, that's why he made the game design like that to where you're like, hey, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, because they give you tips of like...
so you cheated.
Yeah. So I can get to the afterlife in this game or whatever I'm trying to do.
So like the people that knows what's going on like after you die, they're trying to find the cheat code. And the Egyptians... They're motherfucking cheaters. Damn Egyptians are cheaters,
the game's,
man.
Yeah, the game's all about like...
I bet God mad right now.
The game is basically more like about death and rebirth and all that reincarnation. And the main character basically like... His physical body can die, but he has to... but technically he's immortal. In this game, if you die, if anybody dies, they can't come back. But he is like... He's like this broken cycle that... Everybody's trying to figure out like how the fuck are you still alive when... that I die, but it has something to do with like the 5 major mass extinctions. There's like Earth has gone through like 5 major mass extinctions since it's been around. Yeah. Like Yosemite, all the super volcano, all that shit, right? And I guess his job is to stop like the 6th one in the game, but he's like kind of like some wild shit, man. The game is like really trippy, but this was like the whole concept of death and like and umbilical cords and connections to people around the world. It's fucking man. You gotta be on drugs for like. There's sometimes I like hit a bowl. I'm like, okay, now I can play this game, so I can like, really think into it.
Create a game like that deep, you have to went through some deep ass rabbit holes, dude.
Yeah, because I think you
have to be on a super deep like DMT level shit.
Yeah, because I think one of the I can't remember if like I don't know if it was this game or not, but Hideo Kojima, if I'm not mistaken. He basically like a lot of his shit, like his connection between him and his father, how they weren't really close. But he just built into like this fucking. From what I heard, I don't know if that's true or not, but supposedly like that's how the game kind of like manifested. Is like we're all connected, and also dealt with like a lot of people in this world, like how like for example, like you can like the game's all about helping other people within the game because we're all connected. And that's why here Hideo Kojima's mentions the game.
Damn, that's a good game then.
Yeah, so when I play the game, right.
Teach you how everybody's connected and shit.
And so like in the game, right? It's like it's not multiplayer per se, but if I want to save server as somebody else, I can build a bridge that can go across like this chasm, and other people who's on that server, which you'll never see them at all, but we're still on the same server. if they come across that bridge, you can hit the like button, like, oh, thanks, dude. You can collect likes in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's kind of like social media, but you can't say anything negative. That you can't downvote nothing. It's all about like, hey, learn how to help each other out. Like just
that's how it's supposed to be.
Like just because like you're building this bridge for yourself to get across it, in the long run, you're also gonna be helping out somebody else who you're not gonna know and never see probably ever, but you'll be doing a big favor with this bridge you built. Mm-hmm. And so it's like everybody's working to get through this whole terrain, but you're doing it without knowing anybody. It's all like connections and life and death. I mean, the game is cool, wild, dope, man. Like I don't think it got enough credit as it deserved, man. But yeah, the game is
like the people who has like knowledge like that, like they come up with like ideas to where, hey, what can I do to help bring people together? Mm-hmm. So like him, he was like, he already knew the knowledge. He's like, damn, how can I create like a game where I can bring people together or get them to think like, hey, we shouldn't be fighting. We should be building bridges, connecting with each other. Because nobody wants to be treated like shit. So they would not treat other people like shit.
And I think he like got the idea from like the landscape of America, how like politics is divided or like everybody on a bunch of shit.
Yeah, that's why I know nothing about that. But when I look at it, all I see is
fight. And
that's so crazy.
And the game was supposed to kind of like build like, hey, like at the end of the day, we all still have to live here. We have to work with each other. Because there's been times where I've played the game, right? And I get to like a cliff. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have any rope with me because I didn't bring it with me on the trip. I start looking around. I see rope that somebody left on the ground. They're like, oh. And somebody be like, hey, like have an arrow pointing to like, hey, like if you need this, I got a rope that I left here. Some random dude. I'm like, holy fuck. Because I'd walk through the game for like 35, 40 minutes.
That's like saying like, hey, you can't get through life
by yourself, man. Yes,
you're always gonna need somebody.
And you can be an asshole and build a bridge and then take it down afterwards, which is kind of a dickhead move to do.
Damn, that is a dickhead move.
And some people probably do that.
But he's gonna pay for it when Judgment Day.
Yes, karma.
God is like, hey man, remember that time you built that bridge and you blew it up?
Yeah, you collapsed it.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, so the game's all about like, hey, learning to work off with each other and trust each other, and it's a dope game, man. It deals with so many like themes. But yeah, but it just dawned on me that's what the game was actually. A lot of mythology that game has to do with like Egyptian mythology and going to the afterlife and
Egyptians. They knew, man.
I know like a lot of African culture's always been like that too. Like how, for example, I know for like say like within like New Orleans or something like that when they have funerals or whatever.
Oh, that voodoo stuff?
They'll like do like
that's like, real too.
They carry them down like
they knew that shit.
They do like a celebration because like I noticed the difference from like different funerals I've gone to where like a white funeral is like funerals are sad of course in general, but after the funeral it's still sad or whatever. But a lot of black funerals will be like, hey, we're sad at the funeral, and then after that we go back to the house and celebrate that life. We drank and whatever, partied it up, turn up whatever. And it's just like there's always been a part of like African culture a lot too, is like celebrating like, okay, this ended one journey, wish I'm looking the next one. And I know like how they do it in New Orleans a lot. It's like they'll do like a fucking parade down the street with the coffin and shit after the funeral service is over with. Or I've seen sometimes too where they'll take the body out like and they'll put them in chairs. Like say like if your hobby was like
start dancing.
Say like your hobby's computer, right? Say like you live in New Orleans, your hobby's computers, your body would be propped up for like 24 hours in front of a computer with your hat on and shit. And
I'd be like, hey, cut it out.
And people
put my body back in.
and people will come by, like take pictures with you and all that. But it's kind of like they want to show you like one last time, you doing like your hobby or something like that.
Man, if I die, don't do that, guys.
Man, just leave me alone.
Leave the body in there.
Especially some people I know clumsy as shit. They're probably gonna drop me.
Yeah, like I was watching a video. I don't know if it was like them celebrating the dead, but there's like this kid, right? This dude is walking like a stick. Mm. He was walking like a stick person, right? It's made out of wood, but the head was like a real child's head, and he's just walking the stick, and the stick is just walking with the real head on top. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, like a baby doll head or a human baby? Oh,
it looked kind of real. Like it looks like a head of a child and shit.
Oh,
on like a stick body. Like you can tell clear this is made out of wood, but then his walking with a stick, like a stick baby.
That's
and it's so creepy. I meant like to fucking record and show you because now YouTube they have like weird stuff now. Like they have like short stories. I don't know where it come from. It's nothing that I subscribe to, and I don't know what it is.
I be getting weird stories, but it'd be like crime drama. Well, I be getting like subscriptions for like not subscriptions like like recommendations and shit for like weird shit. But sometimes I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do anything with my usual watch list of things? But maybe it might expand outwards or some shit.
Where are we at in town? Do you have more on the Book of the Dead?
That's pretty much it, man. It's just like the guide to get to the afterlife. That actually saw like the book is being sold. Not the scroll. Nah, that shit's in that. Actually in England, and it's actually been in England. The Scroll of Ani has been in England since like 1888. So it's like in a museum or some shit. I wish I saw that shit when I was there because I didn't see it.
So not everybody has like the whole Book of the Dead. Like it's it's so much, right?
I think it's gotta be like if it's that if you got like rich people like because he wasn't like Ani wasn't like a pharaoh or nothing like that. Just like some regular dude with money that could afford that. Yeah. So I'm assuming if you got like a shit ton of people out there who got that Egyptian alien gold to afford that shit.
Jeff Bezos,
it's got to be a lot.
Has a lot of pages of codes.
Hey,
he has God money.
He's probably sending like teams out there right now in pyramids like, hey,
God money,
find this shit.
He took so much DMT, right? They told him to build a clock. You know about the clock he's building?
No,
underground.
What is this?
Yeah, he's building like a fucking clock underground so deep. It's like a clock that can run for over 10,000 years. Mm-hmm. Big, huge ass clock, and every 1,000 years it chimes. And then like the 10,000 year that it chimes, it's like a special chime that nobody would ever fucking live to hear.
What the fuck?
But he's building a clock right now.
What's the purpose of it? Like this, like this is a giant clock.
Yeah, a giant clock that can run on its own for 10,000 years with nobody touching it.
Man,
it's like an idea from like somebody like all the way like in the 30s or something. He's bringing it to life, and they're building it right now. It's fucking cool as fuck. Big ass clock, deep within the ground.
God damn! If anybody can afford it, hey, fuck it. It's him.
Cement for 10,000 years, dude.
I'm telling you, man. If you got money,
that's so cool.
If you got Jeff Bezos money, it's just, life has got to be boring. If sometimes when I think about like, if you're that rich, it's like
God is waiting for him.
He's like, I'm just bored.
God,
with this
like
life.
you ready, man? You ready? It's like stop doing that DMT trip.
Life is
Let's chill for real. Go die.
Life is more exciting when you're poor. It's nonstop. When you're rich, it's like, man, I've done it all, man. What do I do next?
Yeah, you get the cheat codes.
Then
they already showed you everything.
When you got that Jeff Bezos money, you're just like, damn, I've done it all. Fuck, I want to be a god. Like he's like, I've done everything. I just want to.
It's like you think they became like that rich because they already knew all the secrets.
Then hell yeah.
So that's when everything that society told us, hey, that's wrong. They did the complete opposite. Because we're doing like everything like society say, hey, do this way, do that way, whatever, you work for or something, and then you do your normal job. Yeah. But those guys, they did completely opposite. They're like, nope, I'm gonna do it this way, blah 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 blah. Like they knew all the codes.
It's gotta be cheat codes. You know why? Because if there was no cheat codes, everybody be on that same level as them. So they got some we ain't got. I know that.
I wouldn't say like it's cheat code. Is they're living their life the way they want. They're designing their own life.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're the one that's following the rules. Yeah. But them, they're like, fuck that. Nobody said I'm supposed to do this. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna be the one designing my life. So it's not like they had like a cheat code. It's them saying, fuck the rules. I'm gonna do it the way I want it, and that's how they become successful.
It's like something I read the other day. It's like,
fuck, that's how they do it. So I'm gonna quit tomorrow.
I read
fuck this shit.
I read something the other day, and it was actually a really good quote. It's like, there's only two rules in this world, theirs and yours. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope. Like, make up your own rules. Don't follow with those rules. Like, the society has their rules.
I'm quitting tomorrow.
Like, we're both quitting and we're gonna do this full time.
But I'm gonna call them though. Hey,
I'm gonna use my sick day.
I'm not gonna make it, man.
Ever again.
I want to do things in my life now. I want to do things my way.
I'm trying to be no fucking robot.
A week later, I was like, fuck, I'm hungry.
Oh, shit. Lights cut off. You. God damn. But now that was actually an interesting read, man. Because at first, I remember he was like, you sent me that video. I was like, of H.P. Lovecraft. I was like, I know the Necronomicon. I was like, that shit's not really real. But then that podcast.
What is real anyway? What is real?
What our minds make of it at the time, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Anybody can make up any story.
Yeah, but when you sent me the second video about this stuff, I was like, I do like this kind of like this Anubis and all this Osiris and then all this other
Egyptians. They know.
It's fucking crazy.
I think they know. And you know what's crazy? Like last week, they uncovered like new tombs.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard anybody discovering anything in forever.
So disrespectful when I saw it. Because when they were opening the tombs, right? So many people surrounded them with fucking their iPhones recording it. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, man? This is so disrespectful. They open the tomb, they're like taking all these pictures, all these damn, TV people. I'm like, damn.
Let the man rest. They found a body?
All you guys that's disrespecting that shit,
Cursed.
you're gonna get fucked. Not cursed. Like they already know what you're doing. Like, hey, Egyptians, we know, and you guys like dug that grave up. You're not supposed to be doing shit like that.
Hell no, that's wild disrespectful. They're
all gonna fucking suffer in the afterlife. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it can't be disrespectful.
It's not me wishing it. I know, like
I didn't make the rules.
You guys fucked up. You shouldn't be opening up people's graves. Period. That's like number one.
Disrespectful, man.
That's rule number one, dude. You leave that shit there. It's buried like that for a reason. And then for you to just open that shit up, disrespectful, have all these strangers that you don't even know. That's not even your family, and they're all fucking looking at that shit.
Like I'm not like a super duper superstitious guy, but I do believe in like respecting the dead though. Like, man, leave that shit alone, man. That shit is not to be
respect that shit.
That's just like a mad violation, man. That's like violating as fuck, man. To me, I think it is. It's like, man, let them rest. Leave that gold with them. That ain't yours. Like
they fucked up. They're gonna be the one I saw all the faces of those people. I'm like, you guys have no idea what's gonna happen when you die.
Damn, man, watch. It's gonna be raining blood next week. They done woke up something. They done woke up something, man.
They fucked up, dude.
Every time I've heard stories like people like back in the 30s.
I feel bad for that one little lady, the one face that I recognized the most. It's like she had a little chubby face. I was like, ooh, they gonna light you up. They gonna light you up.
Yeah, your ass is grass. Hell yeah, nah. Because
I feel bad for her.
That reminds me of a story where like some dudes went to like a pyramid. I think it was like back in the 20s or 30s or whatever. And they all wound up like mysteriously dying after they went to their like they opened up his coffin and shit. It was like the scientists they tried to explain like, oh, they was probably breathing in some type of mold with inside of it, and that's why they was all dropping dead. Like, people was falling out of windows and shit. Oh. It was the wind.
Like, whatever it is, like
they fucking dying.
It's like, get out of here, science.
But yeah, they sell a book.
Let them die.
They sell the Ani book. I was thinking about getting it today. It's actually pretty cheap on Amazon. I like shit like this. They got it at Amazon and shit if you want to check it out. It's pretty good.
What's the book called?
This is called The Book of the Dead. And there you go.
I'm not going to read it.
Oh, for real?
I'm scared.
I'm going to bust out that Ouija board.
God, you're going to be like, hey, that book, we know about it. We got Amazon up here too. Like, you guys not even supposed to be reading that shit too.
I'm going to bust out that Ouija board in the book. Woo!
Because it breaks
nice.
it breaks all the rules. Because, come on, we're supposed to be out here living our life.
That is
without
true.
knowing like the code. You're not supposed to know the code because the goal here for us living is just to live. It's not to be like, hey, you guys know the code and you're about to chill up here with like the real gods.
Yeah.
Because like you ever hear like people like when they die, right? And they do everything wrong. They keep repeating their lives over and over and over again.
Yeah, they're stuck here.
And they're supposed to be doing shit like that, you know?
What's up?
Network, what's good, man? Thank you for the host.
Appreciate
Even though
it.
we're about to clock out with the clocks out. Because
that was it.
The stream was dying earlier.
Yeah, was that the second time just now I saw it, or was that the first one? The stream dying. I don't know. I've seen it once, but
I think this is the first time it died. What's good, man? Thank you.
Yes. The Joe Rogan oven.
Austin, Texas. Let's go. This was a good episode. It's actually, we shine light on a lot of shit.
Yeah. In an hour and 30 minutes. You know why?
Here's another thing I want to say before we clock out. Like they asked the AIs, right? Like the AIs that's like super powerful.
Yeah.
They asked them what the meaning of life is. You know what they said?
What?
They said the meaning of life is to try to live forever.
What?
Try to live forever. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I think that's kind of like double speak, like live forever, but not like a true immortality.
You know what I thought? Oh shit! I poked my eyes. You know what I thought?
What?
They're talking about CRISPR, dude.
Oh, that true immortality.
That's true. And then if you mix a CRISPR with whatever the fuck Elon Musk is doing with the Neuralink, if you can upload your conscience to another body or whatever, and then on top of that you put it in, you use CRISPR technology for you to be in the perfect specimen. Your identity can live on forever, immortality. So artificial intelligence, the goal of life is to try to live forever. They're onto something, and they already know. There's going to be more immortals. They're going to be gods walking among us if they're not already doing that.
Digital immortals.
Fuck, man.
That's what they planning, man. It ain't for us plebes though. This is for like
we're not worthy.
the motherfuckers with money.
We are not worthy, dude. We can't even wash their feet.
So the network before we get ready to go, so the network says was just listening to last week. Says
last week was trash.
oh yeah, last week. It says so hard to catch it, but I do listen. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Really do. Every little bit helps.
Thank you for the support, dude.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we're about to clock out. Good episode.
Oh yeah, we didn't drink. I think maybe we shouldn't drink no more doing this.
Yeah, no more drinking.
Yeah. We were professionals.
It's more exciting.
It was like, yo,
more exciting.
I don't need a crutch anymore. I don't need to drink. That's all you get to the show. I got to drink.
It's cleaner. It's less breaks.
Yeah. For
like
real, damn.
That break I took, it's like a pretend pee break.
Just in case. You're so used to doing it.
Shaking off some shit.
Just in case. That's good shit, man.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for joining us. And don't forget to rate and subscribe. Give us that 5 stars. Yeah. Peace out.
Let's do it.
Adios. Catch you guys later.